happy Taco Tuesday around here. Let me get a one if you can hear me. I appreciate that. And Jean, if you out there, your device wasn't connected, boo boo. I'm glad to see you here though, god damn it. If you get that worked out, go ahead and okay, there's the one. Go ahead and come back so we can the ladies was missing you last time. Live Life is in the building. We have Lisa Blackman here, V in Training, Religion Free, Chocolate Goddess, Cameo is here. Mistress Rogue is here. She says, good evening, ladies. Y'all, it's hotter than a motherfucker, especially in my region of the country. I cannot wait until fall. Okay. This shit is absolutely ridiculous and absurd. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because is it me? Or did you notice on the first day of summer, the month of June is a garbage ass month? The stuff we celebrating during this month, especially in the black community, okay? Juneteenth. Really? Juneteenth? First of all, the black community likes to talk about, oh, you talk about this too much and that too much. Y'all been talking about slavery for hundreds of years at this point. So I'll make you a deal. If you shut the fuck up about all of that bullshit, I'll shut up too. But not a moment before then. Juneteenth was turned into a national holiday by our dementia-laden president, right? They want you to shut the fuck up at this point. I'm with them at this point. Nobody can make that community happy because there are no builders there. So there will always be complaints coming out of there. I don't know if y'all remember the Juneteenth ice cream situation. What do you want these people to do? Because y'all got upset about the Juneteenth ice cream. You want them to celebrate you, acknowledge you, but don't acknowledge you. I don't nobody know what to do with you. I don't know what to do with you. And then furthermore, I don't give a fuck about you. Listen here. Juneteenth was about the ending of your slavery. Well, in Galveston, Texas, you found out 2 years later. That alone is embarrassing. You found out 2 years after you were free that you were indeed free. Probably because of the same reason that you stayed in that motherfucker for so long. How in the hell did you let these men get you captured, have you in slavery, then turn around and can't even read enough to know that you're not even a slave no more? Then want people to go ahead and celebrate the shit. Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? I'm confused as fuck. That's embarrassing. You should have picked something else. Okay? This shit is ridiculous. It speaks to your illiteracy. Oh, but they said we can't read. It was illegal to read. Oh, but they said. And they said. And they did. I don't think you understand what the real problem is. Your men have you up under a situation where they determine your future. And you turn around and call these motherfuckers kings. I don't think you understand what's going on here. They said, they did, they didn't, they. And then you turn around and give that motherfucker next to you 5 and 6 babies. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Aaliyah, did you have a good goddamn Juneteenth? Because I'm fixing to drag all this shit.
I saw what you were talking about with the ice cream, and I saw some T-shirts, and I saw them complaining about the commercialization of Juneteenth and the commodification. And I'm thinking to
Mhm.
myself, this is a national federal holiday at this point. Did they think that only Black people were going to be celebrating it? Is that what they thought? I mean, I'm just trying to get the thought process. They think
Yeah.
that in an entire country that nobody was supposed to celebrate the holiday besides them. Did they think that that's how that was going to go?
Well,
Really?
yeah, I don't know what the deal is with black folk. I really don't. There is no pleasing them. And this is why, you shouldn't be trying to please a group of people that can never be pleased. You can't be pleased, not because people aren't trying to please you. It's because you know you don't deserve it. You know how you got there. You know whose responsibility it was to keep you from being in that situation. So therefore, knowing that they can't get you out of the situation, you're going to keep complaining about, you didn't do this for me. Y'all didn't do that for me. My ancestors built this shit with their own hands. My ancestors this, my ancestors that. And you all of a sudden give a fuck about what happened in this country. But what happened in this country the other day? Let's see. Let me see if I can't share my screen. There was some Juneteenth celebrations going on around this bitch. I wonder if they were peaceful. Let's find out.
Had panic overnight in the streets of Washington, D.C. at a Juneteenth festival when gunfire erupted. And this morning, the suspect is still at large.
I thought you gave a fuck, boo. Wait a minute. But DZ, you're disrespecting the ancestors. Well, I don't think so. What I am doing, though, is showing you black folk disrespecting the ancestors. I thought this meant so much to you. TikTok videos all over the goddamn place, Facebook posts, fucking Instagram, Twitter posts. Oh, my ancestors, we built this. Put some respect on our name. But as soon as they spark up the grill, bitch, you shooting somebody else. You don't give a fuck either. You're just using that to be a victim for the rest of your goddamn life. Let's look at the stampede, y'all.
Mary Alice Parks has the latest from D.C. Good morning, Mary Alice.
Michael, good morning. It was one of those summer nights where everyone was out and about trying to enjoy the weather. And then all of a sudden, police rushing in from every direction to this area that was just packed with people.
If y'all don't look at that crowd, do you hear that crowd? Those are the descendants of those ancestors that they don't want you disrespecting, that they pissed off because you didn't honor them. Well, you got your fucking holiday. The banks was closed. I was pissed about that shit. Shit was closed. It's a federal fucking holiday, bitch. And you can't even not shoot each other for 24 hours. Listen to the crowd, please.
Overnight chaos and panic in the streets of D.C. after gunfire erupted at a packed Juneteenth concert and festival. Police say the unauthorized event was being shut down after a series of fights and issues with the massive crowd.
No, that is straight up gunshot.
And then around 8:30 p.m., a gunman opening fire, killing a teenager police say was 15 years old and injuring 3 others, including a D.C. police officer.
With guns involved and with our police managing a crowd on site, somebody used a gun.
Is she surprised? Y'all see that big D in front of her name? These democratic cities that claim to give a fuck about you. All of these cities are that way. Where's the respect? L, is there what's happening? I thought we were supposed to be honoring our ancestors yesterday. What the fuck happened?
You know all that shit is bullshit. You know all of that shit is bullshit. It only matters when they say something. But when it comes to really being civil and for real and honest, that shit don't apply to them. Now you know they ass be lying.
Look, I thought that you was gonna be nice, but I forgot. You can't handle holidays in the black community. As soon as somebody gets a day off, it's time to fuck a bitch up. It's time to fuck a bitch up. Ebony, what's happening, boo?
Well, you know that's what they do on holidays, DZ. Really. I mean, you don't honor the ADOS traditions.
Listen, I'm not fucking with y'all. I'm not fucking with black folk, and I don't give a shit. Y'all, I don't give a shit about the black community. I want to say that slow and real calm. I don't care about the black community. Your divested ass needs to get the fuck away from these people. It's only been a holiday for a year. There was not even any grace period where it was peaceful for a little while. What the hell? Let's finish up, Democratic black lady.
And a child is dead.
Witnesses recording as medics and police rush to aid the wounded and terrified concert goers flee for safety. Other people injured as a result of their legs and ankles being trampled while trying to leave the area. Officials say multiple guns were recovered in the aftermath, but the weapon used by the suspect is nowhere to be found this morning.
All it takes is one person introducing a gun to the situation that makes it deadly. In this case, we need to make sure that individuals are held accountable for their actions.
Now, DC confirming to us that the teenager who died was just 15 years old. The police officer was shot in the leg. He's in stable condition, as are the other 2 victims. Robin.
So tragic.
So tragic. It'll happen again. And y'all, since Juneteenth is now a federal holiday, you're only going to have a 2-week break, because guess what's coming up next? Independence Day. Okay. This was not the only shooting that they was acting a fool at. This is y'all shit. But not my son, but not my cousin, but not my brother. We had a peaceful time and we had this and we had that. I don't want to hear that shit. You saw a crowd. I'm talking about a stampede of niggas out there in the Capitol, no doubt, tearing shit up. 15-year-old dead. This is what we doing. I don't care about that community. I don't. I need to show y'all the other shooting that, it stuck out to me. Let's go, y'all.
Hey!
You can see people running as the shots rang out. It happened at 5th and Burleigh around 7:30 tonight. Let's get right to 12 News. It's Courtney Sisk at Milwaukee Police District Headquarters. Milwaukee, Courtney.
Kristen, that shooting happened just after the Juneteenth celebrations had wrapped up in that area. Now, community activist Vaughn Mays was on scene. He was actually on Facebook Live when the shooting happened. Go ahead and take a look at the video.
Hey!
Now, this happened on 5th and Burleigh. It's right on the corner of Rose Park where a concert was underway. In the video, you see people running across the street. Then you hear those gunshots. In the video, you see Mays and others run to help a woman who had been shot. They help until EMS arrived. Earlier in the night, we were at Rose Park and saw a large group of teenagers there. A few fights broke out when we were there, and we saw police trying to break those up. According to Vaughn Mays, in the video, those teens were forced out of the park and congregated at 5th and Burleigh, where the shooting happened.
Who got hit? We got him. I'm in there.
You all right, Ma? You all right? Calm down.
Hey, call 911.
Not call 911. You mean those racist white people? Is that what you're talking about? Is that who you trying to get to come help you, y'all? Here's the thing. Whenever there's a get together where there's more than 5 Black Pakistani citizens, there's going to be an issue. Introduce alcohol, there's definitely going to be an issue. Introduce a firearm, everybody not going to make it, and all it takes is 5 of them. I'm not fucking with that community. I don't want to hear anything else about that community. You said you're tired of hearing about the violence and all that shit there. Honey, you don't know how tired I'm hearing those lies that you keep talking about. You give a fuck about Black folks and how we need to come together as a community, how Black men need to talk to Black women. We need to come to the table. We can't come to the table. The time for that shit is over and done. It has gotten so out of hand that there is no reeling it back in. You literally got to press delete and start all the way the fuck back over, because that's how it is in said community. Welcome to the panel, Kyra.
Good evening, DZ. Good evening, ladies.
Hey.
Hi.
I have a question. Where were the good Black men that are touted on so much in the Black community? Where were the good Black men to quell that stampede that happened?
He was standing in the video on Facebook Live going, hey, I think they shooting. There he was. That's the good Black dude.
So you mean to tell me that the so-called good Black man is a coward and you still need the 5-0?
Yeah, you have to call the police. You know, those racist ass sons of bitches that they, I can't do it. And I'm going to go ahead, boo.
Oh, and I could say I wish I could say I was surprised that they turned Juneteenth into a shit show. They do this with every single holiday. I mean, Memorial Day weekend is bloody. It's our Labor Day weekend, 4th of July weekend. Every single holiday, they fuck it up. So why would we think Juneteenth would be any different?
I didn't think it would be any different. I'm just proving a point being a petty ass bitch.
I mean, I know you didn't think that. I'm just saying the community, period.
Damn. Hey, Gene, what you got on this, boo?
Honey, my needle's still stuck on 329%. Oh,
Oh, yeah. How
oh
could we
my
forget?
God. Oh yeah, and don't forget Father's Day too. Whoa, like there are any fathers in Blackistan. Okay.
Right. There are only sperm donors there. I was seeing a whole
Right.
bunch of people thanking their mama for being a good daddy. The same shit that they do every goddamn year. My mom was the only one. She did both jobs, blah, blah, fucking blah. It's the same shit every year.
You know. Same thing with me and my sister. We call each other Happy Father's Day.
So let me sit you back here for a second, Miss Jean. I'm so glad you're here. Y'all, I see people commenting concerning we're always embarrassing ourselves. I was told not to bring that mixer up because motherfuckers have put that all the way into the ground. But darling, that shit was embarrassing. Listen, ladies, they don't want you. They don't want you. I have a bone to pick with you, even coordinating something like that. A black love mixer. Really? You got to have black love first. Y'all with some lonely souls out there. You still want them? Darling, they don't want you. And I even had somebody say, oh, they showed up later on in the evening. No, they was waiting till you get good and drunk so they can get a little bit of that snatch. That's what that was. They was waiting till you was 3 drinks in so they could get some of that snatch. But this is the black community. Violence, single motherhood, desperation, pick-meism, poverty, and bullshit. That's it. I'm sorry, not the fuck sorry.
Do you mind if I chime in on that mixer that we're not supposed to talk about?
Yeah.
All right. Well, given the statistics of every 5.5 hours, the DV rates, the HIV rates, those black women, their lives were probably spared. There's probably several black women there whose lives were spared by cicadas doing their usual fuck shit.
I feel you, but the fact that they showed up is what bothers me. And it tells me that they still on the look for some bullshit to go on with black males, still jumping on panels with them. Saw a little bit of that stupid shit earlier today. It's almost as if they're begging black men to get it together. We're still here for you. We still want you. Please come and talk to us. But the problem is those are not men. Number one, they don't want you. Number two, those are not men. Now, since you tried to get with one of these disgusting ass motherfuckers, let me go ahead and tell you what an actual man is supposed to do. Your king will never fit the bill. Ever. Ever. I have 8 things here. And just off top, they're done. Just off top, they're done. Before you even get dinner on the table, providing is a problem for them. I heard a black man earlier today on his live say that households are turning into 2-income households. Let them feed that line of shit to you if you want to. It's just some boys that ain't gonna make it to the table. That's what it is. No, with your income, you need a woman to come in and work. Point blank, period. Don't let them feed you this line of shit and you showing up to a mixer, y'all not ready for this, so you could go ahead and click off if you agreed or would have shown up to something like that mixer. Just go and get the fuck up out of here with your dusty ass. You don't need to hear the rest of this. I'm talking about the rest of the women that actually need to know what needs to be in place first. How dare you let somebody jump on top of you or behind you or whatever, however you fucking, and he can't make sure that you have a shower, a meal after that. Providing is the bare minimum. I'm talking about bare minimum before anything else comes along. They don't cut it. The list just started, though. The list just started. Let's go down to number 2. They're done. They're nothing on this list. Nothing. Have you ever heard a black man talk? Just your average black man? Because I can hear the not all bitches losing their goddamn mind. Have you ever heard just your run-of-the-mill black man talk like this? Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah, girl. Now, they talk like they've been beaten up with a stick right around their medulla oblongata. Intelligence? No, absolutely not. Aaliyah, it's on you, baby. We only in time in number 2.
I mean, to be honest, I really didn't care about this whole mixer thing when I heard about it, and I still don't now. And that's only because I know this won't mean anything to these mammies who are still trying to get chosen by black men. These men have been telling these women exactly what they think of them, which is why I wasn't fazed at all when I heard that the comment section under that girl's initial video was in shambles and black women were being dragged by black men. Again, this is not something that I expect them to give a damn about, because the delusional, not all brigade will always be there to soothe their hurt feelings. And I was even less shocked when I found out that this whole thing happened in Dallas, Texas, because Texas is a border state and it's riddled with Latinas, much like Florida and Arizona, which is another border state, as well as other border states. So black women who still want black men don't really stand a chance, seeing as how the black man wants anything besides a black woman. My cousin lives in El Paso and he's married to a Latina. So when I first saw the video, I knew that they were crazy for sitting there recording that shit when they all got dressed up, looking good, makeup on point. I am not waiting for anybody. So that couldn't have been a party full of divestors. I would have gotten together with some of the other ladies that I hit it off with, and we would have gone out and found something to get into. And we also would have found some fine ass white men in some Stetsons on our way the hell up out of there. I mean, so you already know we wasn't finna sit there, and we damn sure wouldn't have posted that shit up on social media. But they don't care how desperate that they look. And that shit about the man showing up after the fact, I just didn't buy that shit anyway. I said, no, what happened is somebody got on the phone and called some men. I understand community engagement. Hell, I wouldn't put it past them to go out in the streets of Texas and round the men up. Hey, we having a party over here, free food, free drinks. People love free shit. And they got them men straight up off the street and brought them in there because there weren't that many of them to begin with. So I'm like, that shit about them that they made up, talk about they were watching a game. I said, so all them they were watching a game together at the same time and showed up together at the same time. Do they even know each other? Like did that story even make sense?
Even if it was wall to wall niggas there, what are you getting? Because don't forget, this list is still happening. Okay. Provider, they're already done. Even if you were outnumbered 10-1 by black males, you still was gonna get fucked over, sis. Look at the numbers. Look at your stats. Oh, and by the way, the new numbers are in for HIV. And who's the newly diagnosed demographic? At 60%? That's you, sis, because you won't let this motherfucker go. It's time to let them go. The numbers aren't improving. They're getting worse in a lot of areas. Real shit. It's on you, Elle.
I just want to say, y'all, look, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I'm not gonna hold you. I didn't give 2 fucks about that damn mixer, who came, who didn't come, if somebody was lying, because to me, the only thing that matters about that situation is that it just shows that they don't like you and they don't want you. So I just feel like that's all everything goes back around to. That's it, and that's all.
That's what's up.
No, Keisha, the Pygmisha wants to go.
It's embarrassing. I literally would dye my skin purple if I could, because I'm tired of looking like y'all. I am. I'm tired of looking like these bitches. That mixer showed me that they haven't changed much. A lot of black women, they get the memo, they go on about their business. But it should have been no black women there, maybe 1 or 2 mammies, but they were wall to wall and they were sitting there and they were waiting. By the time the dust bucket showed up, y'all should have been gone. Matter of fact, you should have never went to no shit like that.
Thank you. Never show up.
God.
Yeah, I mean, the comment section under her video, I said, I wish that black women would look at this shit and see it for what it is. But I was like, this shit is fucking embarrassing. And it's like these men are on here dragging the women who actually prefer them. This is how they feel about you. The women who actually show up for them, the women who actually want to be with them. These are the women that they're dragging. They're not dragging women like us. They're dragging the ones who look fucking desperate and they don't get it. Back the fuck off. If you want one, back the fuck off and stop with this desperate shit. It's not a good look. It's really not. That's who they're dragging, the women who actually prefer them. So these are some ungrateful motherfuckers that y'all still chasing. They don't give a fuck how you feel about them. They want you want them, but they don't want you. Get it through your thick ass head.
That's a fact.
And they never did. So don't come up with the bullshit about, oh, you know, back in the day.
Child, please. They never have and never will want you. And you acting pathetic like that is going to keep it the same way from here on out. The fact that you prefer that group of men, they're telling me something that is wrong up in your head. Nobody in their right mind would prefer a black male. Nobody.
Thank you.
Okay? These are things, listen, he shares your values. Y'all, you sitting up here wanting to have a relationship with somebody you have nothing in common with. The black women that have done something with their lives, I will never understand why they reach down into the goddamn garbage for men. I don't know why you do that. Are you scared that you're going to be alone? And shout out to the women that don't even want a man, no matter what color he is. Shout out to y'all. But I'm saying, though, you got $200,000 worth of student loan debt, and then you're going to go pick you up somebody from Amazon? Yup, I said that shit. I'm being elitist as fuck. Those dusty sons of bitches don't deserve access to you if you've done something with your life, point blank, period. You shouldn't have to add. Not for him. I thought this little relationship right here, that was crazy as fuck. I was so surprised when she picked this motherfucker, but it is what it is. Of course, they didn't make it. Of course, she was more vested in him. He didn't give a fuck about her, and it did not work. I don't know what the hell went on there, but if somebody doesn't share your values, ma'am, what are you doing? What are you doing? Let me get back here. Ms. Gemini, are you dusty?
No, I've been up here before.
Okay. Girl, you say that shit every time. I can't remember y'all's name.
Like, no, it's just been a minute.
What's going on, boo? What you got to add to it, Miss Non-Dusty?
First of all, I thought the mixer was funny because y'all literally sat there, well, not y'all, but the women literally sat there and waited for the demographic that's literally at the bottom of the totem pole to show up. And I thought it was hilarious.
What do you think that says about black women's mind, though?
Like, why?
I couldn't imagine getting dressed, being all cute, smelling all cute and all that good shit right there, right? For them. There's no fucking way. I wouldn't put on my 2-day-old panties for these motherfuckers. Are you kidding me?
Not 2 days.
I mean, fuck that shit. You done got all spruced up, your nails done, makeup done, and your box braids looking cute as hell to sit there and make a TikTok video saying only black women showed up.
Yeah, because that girl was cute. That girl was a baddie who took the damn TikTok. And I'm like, are you real? Are you really sitting here waiting on them? Girl, if you don't get your ass up and get some of them women and y'all get the hell out of there and go, girl, what the hell?
Beauty is wasted.
It never would have been one of us. I promise you it never would have.
True. But the beauty is wasted on them. Because look who they're going to give it to.
That's a shame. That's a real divested woman in that goddamn comment section. She said, who's the man in the picture? She said, who's the man in the picture? You sound like me when I'm in Discord and people be saying folk name. I'm like, who is that? Who that is? Any motherfucking way. Real men know how to break the tension in the room. They don't play the silent game with you. They don't sit there and pout like 2-year-olds, right? They say, baby, what's going on? What's bothering you? And then if you tell him, I need a minute, he gives you a fucking minute. Do you understand me? Doing this shit. I know how black men break tension. They break your fucking jaw. That's how they break the tension. They trying to figure out what's wrong with you. They ain't going to talk to you. They going to open your mouth up. You going to talk to them if they want to talk. Point blank, period. L.
You know what? I'm gonna pass on this one because I feel like I don't have nothing good to say. I just got a whole bunch of bullshit to say.
It's
So
all good.
I'm gonna be on twat. I'm gonna be on twat on that.
It's all good, Kyra. I know your smart ass got something to say about this particular one. Get your goddamn jaw broke playing silent pro with niggas.
Well, you mean that climbing on top of a woman and holding a knife to her face is not a good way to break tension?
Girl. But you're gonna sit there at the mixer and wait. Let's go. He cares for who matters to you. Again, black men can't come. They sit on 5-hour-long lives telling you that they don't even like your children, much less anybody else you care about, your sister and other women in your family. No, he doesn't give a fuck about her unless he can fuck her too. Period. They said with a straight face that you lose, and I can't believe this is even a term, sexual market value after having children. If a man doesn't care about the people that you care about, it's a red flag. And that happens with all black males, period. They're selfish and coddled. They can't care about anybody but themselves because that's how they were raised. They were raised in the same community that you were raised in with your mammy and ass. You know how he feels. You're going to have to make sure he comes first no matter what's going on, whether your kids are sick or whatever. Then, with that being said, if they want to get with you, even after you have kids, you better watch your kids because I feel like he's there to touch them. I said what I said. Aaliyah?
I think what it comes down to with all of these is that you will see that these other races of men, particularly the one I like, which is white, they have, and I tell anybody who asks me, what do you like about white men? I said they have a certain amount of maturity that you just don't see in black men. I'm sorry, they are way more mature and they don't have to be right about everything.
Yes.
Most black men think they know every fucking thing and they feel like their word is supposed to be the law. And they feel like no matter how wrong they are, you cannot get them to admit that they're wrong for shit. And it's like, they will never be the first to apologize or say, I'm sorry. They're not interested in fixing anything. So, of course, they don't know how to break the tension. They want to curse you out and they want you to run up and behind them. So there's no maturity to say, hey, I want to fix this. This person is important to me. This person means something to me. To them, they don't give a fuck about women. So they don't give a fuck about fixing anything. They'll just call the next bitch when you leave.
Thank you. They don't have to. They don't have to fix anything. It's 3 other women that would love to take your spot, even if he beating your ass. This is the black community. You got to be the one to give in all the time. And you're always the one giving in because if you don't, he'll tell you to your face he knows somebody that will. And the problem is he's telling you the truth. Okay? These bitches are thirsty and all they want is black men. If you want a chance to not be on somebody's rotating table, you're going to have to leave. Period. You're going to have to leave. And you're going to have to stay away from that diaspora too because they ain't no goddamn better.
Sometimes they're worse.
Mm-hmm.
If there could be a bottom, they could reach it.
Shit. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. I heard somebody early today talking about, well, we don't have to protect you. When black women do stupid shit, why should we protect them? Y'all, you let them say what they want to say. I'm just going to keep it real with you. They've never protected you. That's how you ended up enslaved. Period. Don't let them threaten to take something away that never was there to fucking begin with. Period. Let them go. Okay? We talking about motherfucking protectors versus thugs. Okay? If you're not being protected, look, you don't need to be there. And as a black woman dealing with the black community, they don't protect black women as a whole. So it would behoove you to get the fuck on from there. Ebony.
Black women are disposable like Dixie cups to these guys. Why should they respect and protect stuff that they can just replace?
They do protect some things, their cars, because their cars have the rims, so they have to protect the car and the rims. That's what they protect.
But they don't even protect their own daughters. Come on.
But to add to what Aaliyah was saying, don't forget they also protect their shoes. They will shank a dude over their shoes if you scuff them up.
Oh yeah, don't step on my J's, Air Force Ones, none of that. That would get you killed with the T.
What's a J?
Jordan gym shoes.
Okay.
I love it. I love when divested women be like, okay, what the fuck is that? Okay, what does that mean? Oh, I don't know this person. She said, what's a J?
I didn't know.
No, I can't do it. Anyway, be protected. Get the fuck out of the community. Real men.
Oh, Lord, that's a big one.
Hey!
You about to start some shit, DZ.
Baby, listen. Y'all, in almost 100% of Black love relationships, the woman is always more accomplished. Even if all she has is a high school diploma, 9 times out of 10, darling, guess what? You're more accomplished than him. Have y'all heard how Black men try to compete with you instead of competing with other men? That's what's up. You don't need to be around a man that's constantly comparing himself to women. And the only reason I'm going over this because that mixer was a hot ass goddamn mess, y'all. That was a mess. I put that video in slow motion and I'm trying to see if there was any men there. I didn't see one nigga show up. Y'all gonna have to hear about this shit for months to come. Because you see, when y'all had that mixer, we didn't even come. We don't give a fuck about y'all, and that's gonna do nothing but trigger more insecurity in already unsecure Black women. I'm just
It really got to me. I just it's all coming back. You got paper on the wall, but you ain't got no man. That kind of stuff. We don't care about your degrees. You care when the pay stub and the automatic deposit is there, direct deposits there.
They
You know
care
what I'm
about it
saying?
then, so they can ask you for $20 and then expect for you to feed them and use that direct deposit money to put some gas in your car so they can drive it around while you at work. They care about that shit then.
Exactly. And they want to keep you thinking there's this scarcity mindset. It's actually a term in economics. When you think that something is scarce, you have a certain mindset on how you're going to get it. And if there's no hope of getting it, you despair. I don't understand why Black women despair instead of just walking the fuck off and living their lives and finding people who want them.
They rather be fucked up in the game and beat this other woman in the competition for that man. I mean, they literally engage in this shit every goddamn day.
They're competing for trash, though.
Exactly. That's why the name of this live is There's Garbage That's More Valuable Than Them. Got to be vague like that because got some people with their feelings hurt. Listen, satanic devil worshiper, your camera's on, number one. Right? I don't know what you got going on back there. It looks like you've passed away, honestly.
Satanic devil worshiper. Do we need to baptize a motherfucker tonight? Because I got plenty holy water over here.
Look, we can do that. Satanic devil worshiper, cut that camera off, please. Or you can stay backstage. It's your choice. Ashley Banks, I feel like I remember you being dusty. Is that true?
No, I remember her.
Okay. What's going on, Ashley? Are you there? Okay, she done walked away. Let me go ahead and remove Ashley. I'm serious, y'all. I feel like this dude has died. TS, are you dusty?
Not quite. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Hey, I guess I just want to let you know that you're doing a lot of Black women a service by letting them know they have options.
Mm-hmm.
I found your channel kind of a long way around. Okay, I grew up small town Midwest, like farming town. I probably knew from 4 or 5 years old what I thought was attractive for women. I mean, I was like 4 or 5. I saw Whitney Houston on a music video the first time, and just blew my mind. You know, so I've known all my life what I wanted. I think growing up until now, I probably dated 3 white women, 6 black women, and 1 out of the 3 white women had been in some way, shape, or form sexually assaulted. 5 out of the 6 of the black women had been. And in every case, among both demographics, it was by a family member. And so, you know, 5 out of 6 is like 83%. 1 out of 3 is 33. So that's about 2.5 times as much. And I was like, what in the hell is the reason for this? And I started
Let me ask you a
Googling.
question. Let me ask you a question before you go on.
Yeah,
Are
what's up?
you were I feel like you were backstage before, and
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to turn my camera off.
okay,
My dumb ass couldn't turn the camera off. So
I feel you, and I appreciate you coming up here to tell black women that they should have options. I agree with you 100%. You seem like an experienced dater, but I don't want you getting caught up in this crossfire over here, and I appreciate your support. Okay.
yeah, well, as in like get off or what?
Do you have something to add to the topic? If you got something to add, sure, go ahead and say what you got to say.
Well, I guess I wasn't at the Juneteenth mixer or anything, but it's absolutely I think tragic what's going on. It seems that when my marriage ended because of the
okay
undealt with like sexual trauma. It played a part in our marriage, but
okay,
it's mind blowing that I shouldn't say all you have to do. It's not like it's low standards, but it's like a lot of
do me a favor, right? And
Yeah.
chill in the back real quick so I can finish my drag and stuff. I appreciate you coming up here, okay?
Yeah, right on. Okay.
All right, bye-bye. Hey, homeboy, satanic devil worshiper, your camera is still on. I don't know if you can read, but it says to start cam, stop cam. The stop cam is the button that you're looking for. You need to go ahead and do that because I don't want you showing your face up here because this is not a place where you should be showing your face. Okay, you doing sign language back there, nigga, and I'm not going to let you up here until you cut that goddamn camera off. You're going to have to listen to instructions. Okay? Lord have mercy.
We're going to have to perform an exorcism in a minute.
Yeah, he's dancing. Y'all, let me go ahead on with my presentation because he can't read, little ape man. Oh, he appreciates what you can offer. Now, this one right here can be used by anybody, but the context is important. Okay, you do not have to be supporting a man financially. Did you hear what I said? When I said you have something to offer, we're talking about love, support, affection, a listening ear, that type of shit. Don't let nobody tell you that number one is going to be a 2-income household and number 3, what you going to bring to the table. What you going to bring to the table? No, baby, you misunderstanding. The table is already mine. What you're going to put on that table. And I don't give a fuck what background he has. You should not be financially supporting no goddamn man. But if he appreciates what you do bring to the table, compassion, a listening ear, that type of stuff, he needs to tell you that. Okay? That's not going to happen in the Black community. It's not going to happen. Not only do you have to do all the things that I listed, but you have to be the breadwinner as well. right? Like we got satanic devil worshiper back here. He can't even read. He doesn't understand how to cut his camera off. And then when I told him to cut the camera off, he started dancing. I don't know if y'all can see him, but he started fucking dancing. Okay. I shit you not. Okay.
I told you just
started dancing for real, like for real dancing, DZ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that the answer to everything? Dance?
He's dancing.
He backstage frolicking. Jay just childish as fuck, man. They never grow up. And that's why I say, hell no.
Throw him a watermelon or something. Shit.
Y'all, now he's licking his tongue out. These are y'all's men. So any motherfucking way. Gemini, you fell off. You're back up, dear.
Yeah, I did fall off, but I'm about to like I said, I put in the chat, I basically said I'm gonna drop down to get some rest from my job, something that Black men refuse to have. So
oops.
I'll just watch from the background, you guys. Thank you for letting me up. Y'all have a good night.
You too, babe.
Nope.
Wow. I can see him. He is distracting as hell.
DZ, he back there being an indie animal.
I don't know what the fuck that is, but
you remember that video I sent you from them two dudes, black dudes dancing from Indiana, looking them damn mess.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
They was calling themselves indie animals, looking like a damn shit.
Yo, he has to be emotionally mature. Now, just like you need a couple of minutes sometime to go ahead and not talk because you don't want to say anything that's going to hurt feelings, every now and then they need a minute to themselves. But this omits Black men altogether. Emotional maturity is not something that they have to have. They lose their shit when somebody talks to them in a way that they deem is inappropriate. What I mean by that is if a Black man is in a line at a store and somebody was in front of him and you say to him, "Sir, I was here first. I'd like to check out." That alone could get you fucked up. I'm talking about temper tantrums, adult-sized toddlers around this bitch. This is why the domestic violence rate is so high in the Black community, is because these motherfuckers don't have any emotional maturity. Point blank, period. If you want your jaw broke, you got some sort of fetish, or you go do your thing. But I'm telling you, that's not going to work long term. They don't know how to contain. They don't know how to be appropriate in different settings. They have one mode, and the mode is nobody better not say nothing to me that I don't like, and they don't give a fuck who it is. It could be your mother. It could be his boss. Do you know it's been acceptable in the Black community for decades for a Black man to quit his job because he didn't like the way somebody talked to him? Huh? That's been acceptable in the Black community forever.
Yes.
I didn't know it was acceptable.
Oh, it's acceptable.
See, that I was just talking about this a minute ago. This is why I can't fool with them. I do not have the patience or the time to fuck around with this. Having a Black man is like having no man at all. You have a second child. And I can't deal with it. They play way too much, like that motherfucker playing backstage. They play all the goddamn time. Everything is a game. It's like, grow the fuck up. What woman finds this shit attractive? I just don't get it. There is not one fucking thing attractive about these men. Period. They childish as fuck.
Aaliyah, remember those Facebook posts where these Black men were running in the fields and gleeful and going wee,
frolicking like that motherfucker backstage.
They were frolicking. They frolic.
Like that. They are. It's almost like they are developmentally stunted. It's like they're stuck in that one age group. And it's like they're children. That's literally what it is. And I don't have time to babysit a grown ass child. That's
remember though, Aaliyah, the white boys called them boy.
Yep.
Exactly. Because that's exactly what they are. So it's fitting.
Ladies, especially Ebony, when I said it's acceptable for Black men to quit their job for petty reasons, he'll say something like that motherfucker talked to me sideways. And she'll say, "I understand. But bitch, where the rent money coming from? Oh, I know. You gonna pick up some extra shifts because this shit is acceptable to you. Are you fucking kidding me?"
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Let's go. This right here is why relationships is not for everybody. And like I said, shout out to the ladies that know they want to be single, are single, and know that they don't want to put in no kind of work for their relationship. Because I'm going to tell you something, long-term relationships require compromise, and some women are not wanting to do that, and that's their right. If you are getting in a relationship, he should be a compromiser. You should be able to come to the table and say, hey, I don't think we should go to Puerto Rico. I want to go to Turks and Caicos, and it not be a power struggle. You have to be able to compromise. Again, it goes back to this other shit with them being emotionally immature. Somebody that you say that to, they're not going to accept that well. Telling him you don't want to go to California after he's planned a trip to California, he's going to take that as a personal affront, and you ungrateful for that cheap ass Spirit airline trip to California, right? You have to put in work, and black men are not built for that shit. Point
Not
blank.
Spirit, though. Not Spirit, honey.
Spirit airline,
Not
goddamn it. What you thought?
Once you put work in the title, that disqualified them. Work. Oh no, that work is the repellent. That's the no.
That's true. But have you ever tried to have a power struggle with a 3-year-old?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
You better be glad he got the Spirit airline tickets, because they'll take a long ass road trip in a heartbeat. But since the economy is doing what it's doing, he can't even do that because gas is damn near $7 a gallon in some places. So yeah, you're gonna have to compromise. Period. But they can't do that. And compromise is very important when you're not feeling well. Say that you're having your cycle or whatever's going on with you. When you get with a childish ass naker, they don't care that you're in pain. Take some medicine, get up and cook me something to eat. It's like I said, they're like children. That's the same thing with kids. You got to make sure they eat whether you feel good or not. Well, you know what you're getting into. Okay, let's go. I mean this shit, ladies. I mean this shit. This right here can never happen with a Blackistani male. It can't happen. Because these motherfuckers think that they are the prize. Again, I'm only going over this shit because of that goddamn mixer. Your man needs to be your number one motherfucking fan, period. Yes. That alone will stop a whole bunch of bullshit. Look, the compromising is not that serious whenever he's your number one fan, because your number one fan wants you what? Comfortable and pleased. If you think you can get that from a naker, God bless you and good luck. Carlos, get the fuck from out of my back shit right here. It's on you, Aaliyah. I need to return a text.
I mean, yet another thing that I appreciate about white men versus these nakers. They understand. They are very supportive. I mean, it's just there is no competition. They want you to be the best you can be. They want you to succeed. They want you to be. I mean, I just don't get it. I'm done. Go ahead.
Aaliyah, the black men want black women to go up to the white man and say, you need to get off this supremacy shit, get off your pedestal, because my man wants to get up without, the work, strategizing, and all that stuff. See what I'm saying?
I guess you're right about that. They
want to be them. They can't. They can't. They are so deficient in so many ways. They can't. So they want the black woman to go there, go march in the streets, stomp the yard, like DZ says, and tell the white boys, can y'all come down off the throne a little bit and let our men up?
And to be honest, this is why their relationships don't work with anybody. That's why their relationships, even when they go outside of the community and get women of other races, those relationships don't last either, because of everything DZ has on this list. They do not understand that these are the things that men are supposed to do. And because they're so childish, once again, they don't understand. He's supposed to be your biggest fan. He's supposed to want you to be great at everything, because he understands. A man understands that when she looks good, she makes me look good. So they're not trying to compete with you or dim your shine. That's why I just don't get it.
A real man would take out his cloth and shine your ass up. He will do what it takes. Yes, he will do what it takes to help you within his power and capacity.
And the type of women they want on their arm, she has to do more than just look good. And it's like when they introduce their wives and their women, they want somebody of substance. Like they want you to be something, be somebody. What are you doing with yourself? Like and they encourage that.
Yes,
You
they
got
do.
these men online making fun of women with degrees. They mock your college debt and all of this stuff.
Mhm.
And it's like they try to shit on everything you
You
try to
do.
accomplish.
Yes.
And it's like, hell no, they mock women with PhDs. I mean, it's just,
Their
it's sad.
egos. Their ego. You have to sacrifice yourself for his ego.
Period. Y'all, in the Black community, the reason we even came up with the term unicorn, that by itself says that even if there were some, there aren't many. Looking at shit on the internet like the mixer lets you know that you are going to be in some serious hot ass competition. And I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't have somebody hanging over my head every day saying, you know, if you don't do this, I'm going to do that. And y'all, some of these Black women, they've met the standard. They cook, they clean, they fuck, they do all this shit. They good moms, good whatever. They still get cheated on in the Black community because he has options, unlike you, within the Black community. You're going to have to expand your options and get rid of the idea of even entertaining Black males. Okay? They have to go. They have to go.
Rihanna got cheated on.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
She got beat up, cheated on, baby mama. Come on.
He needs to be a number one fan. He can't be a number one fan when two other bitches trying to knock you for your spot. And I'm not talking about no so-called fine ass Black man. I'm talking about big, rotund, goofy ass, big titty, big ass 9-month pregnant stomach ass Black men got more options than you in the Black community. You think I'm lying? Try it. Try it. Oh, this is done.
Oh.
Okay, DZ, that's a no.
You're joking. Courteous?
That's what? I don't think they could spell that.
This picture came from a video on Facebook where her boyfriend was standing there clowning her because she was struggling with that tire. Okay. Not only did he not change the tire, he laughed at her struggling to do so. Look at the goddamn desperation on her face.
Oh, now I had a tire blowout and mine traveled 15 miles just to change it for me. So
Chivalry is dead. It's been dead.
Especially in the Black community. Dominique Mitchell, are you dusty?
No, I am not dusty. This is my first time coming up here, but I've been listening to your channel for a long time, and I just want to say that I appreciate you, talking about, the degeneracy and all the madness that Black men.
Let me ask you something, Miss Mitchell. Let me ask you a question, Miss Mitchell. Where are you from?
I'm from California.
Okay. I appreciate you coming up, okay? Thank you so much. Do you have anything to add to the topic?
Yes. A man should help his woman in need. And, seeing this guy just making her fix the tire by herself is making me really, really mad.
Okay, well, that's what's up. I appreciate your input, all right? I'm going to throw you in the back, okay?
All right.
All right, bye. Oh, Lord have mercy. I don't care what nobody's saying. I'm not a bad person. I was just getting my Kundalini energy back together so I can recenter myself. Ashe, Hotep, and all that nigga shit. Okay. Satanic devil worshiper. What?
You can't see my face on the video.
I'm not trying to show your face on the video. That's why. Do you have anything to say? Taco smoke night ass nigga. What the fuck what? Oh, you upset?
You guys just complain all day.
Y'all, this is what he wanted to do. He wanted to face bomb my shit, and he probably was gonna show that disgusting STD ridden dick of his. Sorry, you're not gonna be able to porn bomb me, dumbass.
Let me show my face. Let me show my face.
No, absolutely not. I don't want to make my listeners nauseated. I'm not going to show your face.
We do
That's
not want to
not
see your
fair.
ugly ass face. I mean, I'm sure you are not attractive
I look
by
better
any stretch of
than
the
everybody on this channel.
Yeah,
I
Miss
look better
Dean,
than everybody on this
it
channel.
is. It's the
You
dick.
look better.
You can't
Are you
touch
saying
me.
you look better
Sorry.
than the women? I'm still
better than
competing with
everybody on this
women.
channel.
He said I look better than everyone. I'm sure you do.
He sound crazy, y'all, and he come up here every damn week. He don't have nothing to do but worry
Competing
about
with
what the fuck
women.
we doing it every week.
Competing with women.
I don't remember this one.
said
See,
he
they're all
looks
the
better
same
than
to
us.
me. I don't remember this particular one. Satanic devil worshiper. Did he go by another name?
Easy, he always the one that's coming up here that always be like, see, you women, y'all need to respect the black men. And I'm trying to think. He always be saying that, and he always be saying, why don't you talk about this or why don't you talk about that? He's always here every damn week when you come on. He's here. I know
He
that boy.
said the pick Misha is available for him.
You don't have to ask him if he sucks dick. He just said he looks better than all the women on this panel, which means he's advertising.
Oh God.
He's advertising. He wants to. I'm sure he probably does. A lot of these motherfuckers got more hips and ass than we do. He probably thicker than a motherfucker from the waist down.
Ain't they voluptuous? You're boring the shit out of us. You really are. So guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and put you in the back. Thank you for letting us know that you look better than we do. Okay. Your dusty counterparts are gonna be really upset when you had this opportunity and you came up here and said, I look better than all the other panel. I look better than everybody on the panel. You disappointing the Dusties, you stupid motherfucker. Any last words?
No, it wasn't a joke. You were serious.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't. I was playing around.
No, see, that's the problem. You motherfuckers play too much. Nobody's playing with you. But no, you let us know you look better than the women up here, and I'm sure you do from the waist down. From the waist down. Face down, ass up. I'm sure.
Goodbye, satanic devil worshiper.
This is Sparta!
Darlings, y'all wasn't missing anything. I don't know if the people on the panel was able to see that person, but just think of black male. That's it. That's it. Jasmine C., how are you? And welcome to the panel. Oh, she dropped off. My bad. Oh, no, she didn't. Here she is. Jasmine C., what's up, boo?
Hi, I'm here. Hi, DZ. Hi, ladies.
Hey.
Hello.
So
you immediately went out. Your mic is cutting up.
Oh, can you hear me now? I'm sorry.
Yes, you're good.
Okay, I just think that Black women have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired. They're not sick and tired of being overworked. They're not sick and tired of being unappreciated. And it's really going to take damn near for them to get killed for them to know that they deserve better. So I put in the chat, do you guys remember the video where this nigger was walking his daughter through the neighborhood and a pit bull ran out from someone's home and he immediately left his daughter?
Yeah, I played that up here before. I played it up here.
Yeah,
I remember. Well, what's up?
Like a bitch. I don't know if I can curse. I'm sorry.
Girl, as much as I cuss up here. Yeah.
Yeah, and leave his daughter. So I'm like, Black women, mammies have all this proof. They just don't want to change. So, hey, It
See,
is
the
what
thing
it is.
is, though, Jasmine, see, I'm not trying to get them to change. I'm just trying to get Black women away from them. There's not going to be a change. Even if they
Right.
could change, I wouldn't want it. They're still the lowest performer. To say, for instance, Black males turned into chivalrous, providing ass sons of bitches. You're only going to get so much of that, number one, because all the thirst is going to come out of the rest of the mammies, number one. And number two, what he's providing is coming from another group of men.
Right.
Nobody gets anything from Black men but dick to share with other people. I'm serious. That's all that they
You
can
right.
get. Your house, all the lumber, all the resources, all the money, all the food, all that shit comes from another group of women. So even if they start saying, hey, hi, how are you? And being nice, baby, they still are a bad pick because you going to the monkey in the middle instead of the people that's behind him providing shit to him.
You're right.
No.
But that's all I wanted to say. It's my first time calling up here, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I just wanted to go ahead and put my input in.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And the link is in the chat for anybody that want to come up. Listen, I wanted to show y'all something real quick. Ladies, it's becoming lucrative to fuck you over. Okay. This is a billboard for parole rights. Their rights are listed in buildings and shit where there's no sign of women's rights posted. Okay. The Black man is a protected class. Okay. Look at this shit. It says every 30 days without a violation gives me 30 days off my parole sentence. So even if they pay for what happened to you, they can earn time off after fucking you up. Let me get this out of here so I can show y'all how lucrative it is to beat your ass, right? And then go on about their business. Hold on a second. I got y'all. And I don't mean to sound lighthearted with it, but this is fixing to be a mess. Okay. In some states, COVID is cutting up the or making the wait time longer for cases to be investigated, prosecuted, arraigned, and all that good shit. Well, they're starting to compensate men that are waiting for their goddamn time in court. Here we go.
A judge ordering the state to pay $250 a day to a man charged with assault for 2 violent crimes. You may remember this video from the light rail station in Seattle's International District back in March. It's hard to watch, so we've frozen the video before you see the man throw a random woman down the stairs twice and then kick her. Moments later, prosecutors say he stabbed a woman at a nearby bus stop 10 times. Both of those assault cases are ongoing, but the court did order that the suspect get treatment after finding him not competent to stand trial. That hasn't happened yet. So a judge ordering the Department of Social and Health Services to pay $250 for each day he's not admitted.
Let that sink in. Let that shit sink in. These men are being compensated after taking you by the neck and flinging you down a flight of stairs at the tune of $250 a day. With the way Black men are so fucking broke, that's lucrative for them. That's dangerous. Some of these men don't make any money per day, $70 a day, panhandling, that type of shit. Now, beating your ass can get them $250 a day. Okay? Aaliyah, what you got on that? That
I gotta
shit
go
scared
rich.
me. Yes.
As if they needed any more incentive for the fuck us up. Really? They needed another incentive to beat our asses. Okay.
This right here is scary as fuck, y'all. All jokes aside. So if I have a felony and I'm trying to get a job and nobody's hiring, I'm too stupid to start my own business. I got child support in arrears, so I really don't want a job per se because I don't want them deducting the baby's money from my check. What other way is there that I can get some goddamned money? Oh, this innocent woman named Lisa is getting ready to come off the bus. I think I'll wait here for her so I can fling her monkey ass down a flight of stairs. I don't know who approved this type of shit, But I keep falling back to the mammies. Not only are they getting out without a bond, there's a way for them to make money off of your literal body. And this time we're not talking about prostitution. We're talking about assault.
I mean, it wouldn't be inaccurate to blame the mammies because you got to think about it. Who's been doing all this protesting and asking for prison reform and all this other shit, complaining about the unfair conditions and all of this other shit? They are the reason why a lot of this shit is the way it is, because they have went out there, they have marched, they have gotten pepper sprayed, shout out to Yandy Smith Harris and all that other shit. See, this is what they do. So yes, you can definitely thank them for shit like this too. You wanted prison reform. You said that it was something wrong with the criminal justice system. It was flawed and it was unfair to these men. So now this is what you get. Shit like this.
If they get desperate enough, y'all, and this spreads, y'all had better get that weapon. Dead fucking serious. Because to some niggas, broke as they are, $250 a day is good ass money. Look at how high the gas prices and shit are. That's good money. They don't have rent to pay. They don't have to pay for their cell phone. I mean, hell, they got their Obama phone or they girlfriend paying for it. I got a family plan. You can just add a line. Ass bitches. Okay? If they get hungry enough, that's your ass. Period.
Let me know of any other group of women that has done nothing but complain and march for prison reform the way Black women have.
No, nobody has. Nobody has. I had to listen to this 2 or 3 times because I wanted to make sure that I wasn't listening to it wrong. I'm like, no, they can't be paying men to beat ass and compensating them $250 a day. It's some people that work fast food that don't make $250 a day. Okay, quit this goddamn job and let's go over here and beat some ass. Sir, here, Leah, I'm handing you something. There you go.
I can't even see who this is. Who is that?
That's he said he's Broken Dusty.
That's his name, Broken Dusty?
Uh-huh.
Oh, at least he's honest. Hey, Broken Dusty. Why are you here? Broken Dusty.
What up?
You
What up? What up?
Hello.
What
Why
up?
are you
What
here?
up? What up?
And why are you here?
I just want to represent for the broken dusties out there. You feel me?
Well, at least you know you're Broken Dusty. We've established that. Why are you here though?
Oh, I just want to give my little, my little 2 cents.
But you are Broken Dusty. That means that nobody wants to listen to a dusty motherfucker who's broke. Do you understand that?
Oh, I feel that 100% though.
Broke Dusty, are you married, sir?
No, not married. No.
Do you have any children?
I do.
Okay. And you're not married. How many baby mamas you got?
Let's just say a lot. I'm just gonna say that.
Let's just say a lot. So broke and dusty and have a shit ton of children and baby mamas.
Yeah.
What do you do for a living, Broke Dusty?
I work in the airport.
The airport. Oh my God. These are y'all kings. Right here. The kings. Right here.
Oh my God.
Come get y'all men.
Happy Juneteenth, Broke Dusty.
Happy Juneteenth.
You are hideous.
So is that all you did? Just jumped up here to be broke and dusty? Is that it?
I mean, I'm just broke, dusty, but I'm proud. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad you're happy to be broke and dusty, but is there anything else you wanted to say before you get kicked the fuck off of this panel?
I love Black women. I love all Black women.
You're broke and dusty.
Hell yeah, he love Black women. He ain't got no
I'm sure
money.
that's why I laughed at that, because I'm sure he does.
I love Black women a lot. If you guys want to message me on Instagram, I'm broke, I'm dusty.
This is Sparta!
He needs to go to a mixer.
Child, he wouldn't show up to that mixer. Even Broke Dusty think they too good to show up to a Black Love mixer. You saw ain't nobody show up. Nobody showed the fuck up. TS, I don't. I'm not sure what you need, but you're good to go. Hey, welcome back, Jean. How are you? Jean, you on, baby? Okay, she done walked away too. But listen, y'all, I really want you to know that everything that I've said is coming true. I'm not no oracle. I'm not nobody that predicts the future, but I do recognize patterns. And pattern says this. Like I said, this summer is going to be fucking wild and violent, and this fall is going to be a hot ass mess when it comes to economic circumstances and dealing with the Black community. Meanwhile, you have women trying to hook up with Black men at mixers, not considering other races. And then you got the men that they were waiting on showing up to say that they're broke and dusty here. This community is a hot ass mess. I want nothing more to do with it. I haven't had anything significant to do with it since I was about 17 years old. Watching you ladies continue to entertain these people is really disheartening and sad. This last story got me in a feeling away because your ass is literally worth $250 a day now. It's worth $250 a day. They were doing it uncompensated. So if a law like this spreads, crime is going to continue to go up. We already had the 329 R word increase over these past 2 years, right? Now, if they can beat your ass whenever they want to for $250 a day, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because like I just said, they wanted to do the shit for free. Welcome to the panel, Carmen Alexis. How are you?
Thank you, DZ. Hey, everybody. I'm okay. How are you?
Awesome. How are you?
Happy Taco Tuesday to everybody.
Taco Tuesday, baby. Yes.
And happy Pride Month to all the Nakers in the building. So, DZ, I just had one question for you. Speaking about the mixer, how many of those women at that mixer do you think saw your videos before going to that mixer?
I don't know. I'm going to try and be nice and say 2 of them. Because what they're doing is making reply videos to it, but they still don't get it. And they're getting stood up at mixers. God damn, y'all. Can you imagine being in such a way where you getting stood up by the lowest men in society? When I think about it and say it out loud, that shit gives me goosebumps. I'm worried about Black women. But I tell you what, I'm not jumping in front of no buses for them. Fuck that shit. I don't mute for nobody.
And I don't know why you kicked off that airport worker. You know, in the Black community, that's a unicorn.
Working at the airport.
Working at the airport, that's a unicorn in the Black community.
That motherfucker he prints off tickets to be handheld, like I said, at Spirit Airlines, the one where every 15 minutes you feel like you're gonna fall out the fucking sky because they keep hitting turbulence pockets and shit. Hey, Jean, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Hi, babe.
Hey.
This is pathetic. This is pathetic. They actually gonna pay these niggas to kill us. Okay.
Yeah. Thank your local Bammy for it because, man, listen, it was bad, but it wasn't this bad. I've never heard in my 44 years on this planet a state will compensate a person that's waiting on a trial or an arraignment while they're out for a violent crime. And if they did compensate them for time spent, it was like $10, $15, like bus change. But if you do it right, $250 a day, a motherfucker can live off of that. You giving them a light at the end of the goddamn tunnel with that.
Well, all I can say is, ladies, let's give them another light and light them up.
Okay.
Understand?
I will show your ass the light for real, the heavenly light.
See that 329%, I can't get that out of my head. And I hate to think about how many are no longer with us on this planet too. And the little girls, they're the ones I'm scared for more than anybody. Because they can't defend themselves. The babies can't defend themselves.
They can't. And the thing is, I don't have any minor girls that's immediate family. I have nieces and nephews and all that shit. But the thing is, if these women continue to have these kids, these little girls, they're going to end up getting the retribution that's awaiting these niggas. And it's going to be a really sad case. And I wish I can do something about it. I wish I could, but there's nothing we can do. So I'm trying to keep my stress level low by not getting all worked the fuck up.
Well,
All I
worked
can
up
tell these
about it,
bitches to
really.
do, stop having these motherfucking babies. And please stop having these little girls, especially if you're going to be hot and bothered and you're going to bring any ashy motherfucker in there for after he fucked the shit out of you, go touch your daughter.
And then go mess with your child. You know, black women better get that desperation nonsense out of their doggone head. It ain't no dick in the world that fucking good. Okay, especially football.
Let me grab this person here, Gene. I'm glad you back. I'm gonna throw you on mute real quick, okay? Angie, are you dusty?
Nope.
Okay, I feel like you tripping. What you got?
No. I was just saying, like, this is like when you think about the position, like, we keep having to deal with black men, and they're just very.
Angie, you don't have to deal with black men.
Like, even just being. Like, when I think about how life is as a black woman, and just feeling like you're on the bottom because you're attached to them.
Did you hear what I said real quick? Unless you're being paid at a job or something like that, you don't have to deal with black men. Motherfuckers will say that shit and make it an excuse to have to, you know, deal with them on a daily basis. If that person is not at your job or something like that, if the communication is not mandatory, you don't have to deal with black men. You don't.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I still I started going to therapy, so like I'm dealing with just kind of like dealing with an upbringing of having that kind of conditioning that if you're a black girl and you have like nappy hair and you have dark skin, that like you're just not as pretty, or you're not like that stuff sticks with you. And
where'd you get that from? Let me ask you, this is for everybody. Learning that you were not pretty because you were a black girl, who told you that?
It was black people. It was mainly black men.
Period. I'm so glad you said that shit, because a lot of these bitches be pretending like they got that shit from the white community. No, you got it from a nigga because he doesn't prefer you. So he made your image that way. And as soon as somebody non-black, no matter what the fuck their background is, as soon as they want to get up under your skin, they start repeating the shit that they heard niggas say.
Yeah, like and like even like as an adult, like I still struggle, and I'm just saying this because I know, like, as we like young black girls are dealing with this too. Like, I still have my own struggles. I don't date black men, but
wonderful.
Even in my own life, I still have my issues with self-esteem, just because your community hates you. It hates the way you look, and it tells you everything that makes you black you need to cover up. You need to make it lighter. You need to make it straighter. Like the ideal of beauty looks nothing like you, and it's hard to kind of deal with that. And I think black women, we need to give ourselves a little bit of grace and and kind of understand that you're a human being too, and you're allowed to have those moments and just kind of go, you know what, it kind of hurts that I grew up like this, but I have to find a way to make myself feel beautiful and be around people who appreciate me with my nappy hair, whether they're wearing a wig or not.
I could not agree with you more, but here's the deal, y'all. You have to remember where that's coming from. You got to ask yourself, why do you feel away? Are you feeling less about your goddamn self because a black man said you wasn't shit? If that's hitting you to your core, that means that you still have a little bit of attachment to them. That if it bothers you, you still care what they think. If you still give a shit about what black men think, yeah, it's time to get in therapy.
It's not. It wasn't.
I wasn't talking about you in particular. I'm talking about in general.
Yeah, like it's not just them, because it's not just them. It's like your grandmother, because she's his mom, and then your aunt. Like, everybody reinforces this idea that your beauty is just not that great. It's not as beautiful as other people's beauty, and it just.
And I get what you're saying, because women in the family, they do help reinforce that shit too, and you can see that in siblings, cousins, how one is. You can see the favoritism, how one is treated better than the other. I mean, you see that across families. But this colorism, featureism, texturism, these things have been around forever. And that's the reason why divestment is so important. Because I remember some of the earliest interviews with the supermodel Iman. She even said it herself that the only reason she made it as far as she did is because they said she looks like a white woman dipped in chocolate, meaning she had those features. So it's nothing new. It's always been that way. And so that's why divestment is so important, because then when you get in your mind that this is shit that came from that community and it's all to appeal to the gaze of men who are the lowest men on the totem pole, they have absolutely nothing to offer. Their opinions matter less and less to you. It's like, who the fuck are you? I don't give a fuck what you like. I don't give a fuck what you find attractive.
Yeah, like and like even like there was always a reason for them to make fun of me, like the way that I talk, the way that like I was very quiet and very shy as a child. So even now when I talk, people like they make it seem like they say you talk like a white girl, your voice sounds weird, like
Let me ask you a question, Angie. I gotta ask, and I promise you, I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of like people like you and yourself in general. When they talk to you like that, why is that not the last time you ever speak to them?
Because the thing with the Black community is that if the abnormal is normal, then nothing is then that's just the standard. If everybody talks to everyone like they're a piece of shit, like if all the Black women are being told that they're garbage and you're being told that you're garbage, you're not hearing anything that's bad. You're just hearing something that you hear every Tuesday.
But you know how that made you feel inside. You know what I'm saying? So you have to know something is wrong with that shit. Y'all, if somebody's telling y'all that shit, don't entertain them anymore. They don't deserve to have access to you. You're now divested. So if they saying, oh, you talk like a white girl, well, you take your talking like a white girl ass away to fuck from them and go ahead and block them motherfuckers. Don't let nobody get at your self-esteem. Real shit.
That's the thing. Like I got older and I realized that I needed to do that, and I did that about maybe 6 years ago. But there's a level of damage that gets done to you when on one hand you're getting told white people are the devil and they're the enemy, and then you're also being told that you're ugly and you're stupid, but at least we accept you. So it seems like,
honey, you cannot let them normalize this dysfunctional ass shit. I grew up hearing the same thing, and then I had to think to myself when I reflected on my life long and hard. When I think about most of the shit that had been done to me, it had been done to me by Black people. People who were just like me. Every time I was abused, or every time I was violated, or every time I was talked down to, or got my feelings hurt, or made to feel like shit, or like I wasn't shit and ever gonna be shit, I wasn't gonna amount to anything, it was from Black people, not white people. So they tell you all that shit about how evil the white man is and how nobody said the white man was perfect, but here's the thing. Now we're finna talk about what you motherfuckers have been doing. And that's what we're here to do. But you cannot let them normalize that bullshit to you. And once you get in a divested mindset, you understand that a lot of this shit is dysfunctional. The way they're telling you the way shit is not really the way shit is. These motherfuckers are twisted. And they get off on seeing Black women broken, and they get off on seeing Black women hurt. Okay? And so I learned that a long time ago. I'm never going to show a motherfucker that part of me. And they wonder why Black women have a wall up, why we have a shell up, why we guard our hearts the way we do. Because when you grow up around this bullshit, you can't have a thin skin. They will eat your ass up.
That's the thing. I've always been super, super sensitive, even as a child. So I've had to learn to get through that. But what they do, but when I stop and I look back at it now, I was just having a day where I was kind of thinking about, Father's Day, and I was thinking about the fact that I'm separated from my family. I don't have anybody, and it's fine. But thinking about who I would have been if I had left them alone sooner. Like, I actually had worked at jobs where I was surrounded by white people who were trying to help me. And because I was scared and I was believing what my family was telling me about, oh, they're just trying to set you up, they're trying to make sure that you get fired, don't trust white people, I ended up sabotaging work opportunities because I believed what my family said instead of what I was seeing. So I was just saying, you know, like, like, I think we also need to give ourselves a little bit of space for the fact that we as Black women, we're human and we're sensitive, and part of that hard shell that we all have is because people don't recognize that we're girls.
Well, this is the thing. Look, you're going to have to code switch, right? If, say, for instance, you went through all the therapy and they broke through the shell and now you're feminine and nice and all this extra shit. When you get back around Black folk, do you still have the tools to go ahead and throw that wall back up? Because it's going to mean the safety issues come up. Part of that wall has to stay there so that you don't let Blackistan back in. If all the wall is crumbled down and you don't work through all your issues, all it's going to take is one nigga to fuck up your whole therapy. So you got to have a removable wall. When you see somebody coming that is from the Blackistani persuasion, you're going to have to get your wall back up, because you're going to end up starting on therapy all over again. If you say, well, I've worked through it, I'm good. And then just start letting random motherfuckers talk to you any kind of way. I just never felt anything when they said that shit to me. Oh, you this, oh, you're that. I didn't feel anything because they didn't have any resources. They didn't have any say so in what really matters in the world. You get what I'm saying? They don't make any laws. They don't own any real estate. And I never, ever had respect for somebody that's sitting up there begging and carrying on for hundreds of years at this point. So make sure your wall is still there, but you're able to remove it as needed. Because if you around somebody and some nice people that you've met and this, that, and the third, use your skills you learn in therapy to interact with them. But when you get around a nigga, put that wall back up, because you see they work at airports and shit, and you might have to go to the airport. So that wall needs to be portable.
Yeah, like I just wanted to say that, and DZ, I love your channel. Your channel makes me, it actually makes me laugh. It makes me think. It makes me cry. Like, it's a wonderful place. And to all the other Black women and girls in the chat, no matter what anyone says, you're a girl. You're just a girl. You have the right to want your Prince Charming, to have fantasies and dreams like everybody else. You have the right to just to want to be held and spend your evenings in the arms of someone who loves you and treats you well.
Angie, I appreciate what you're saying. I really, really do.
Thank you.
There has to be a little realism in there as well. You have to see the world for what it is. I don't want you out here with Barbie doll fantasies like, there's going to be some Prince Charming coming to come swoop you up away from this. You still have to have protection. You have to have money for your bills. You have to, it's a fine mixture. So yes, you're absolutely right. We can have fantasies. We can be feminine. We can fall asleep in the arms of whoever the hell we want to. But at the same time, make sure you know how to operate a fucking weapon.
But just know this: as long as you're fucking around in Blackistan, they're gonna keep you feeling like shit. That's why you got to get out of there. The best, you're never gonna feel like you measure up to anything. It's always gonna be somebody there to shit all over everything that you're doing, because that's what they live to do. Like I say, they want to break you. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It's always a problem, no matter what you do. No matter what you look like, no matter what you accomplish, it's always an issue. And you cannot let what these motherfuckers have to say mean that much to you. You just cannot do it, because you wouldn't always and forever feel less than. That's why I had to walk the fuck away and get the fuck away. Because if you're trying to measure up to what they want you to be, you're always and forever gonna feel like shit. And you have to know that you are good enough. You are good enough. And anybody who can't see that in you can kiss your ass. How about that?
Yes. And a way that she can do that is by, I know people talk about being alone all the time, but when you are alone with your own thoughts and you feel comfortable just by yourself, thinking to yourself, finding things that you like to do, doing things by yourself and not feeling like you need the company of other people, that can often help build your self-esteem too. I know it's not anything that we normally hear, but that's how I built a lot of my character and self-esteem upon leaving Blackistan 5 years ago. It's from me being on my own and being by myself and learning how to have confidence in myself and learning how to enjoy my own company. So that's another way too. You don't always have to look for, approval or anything from anybody else. Start with yourself, and that's all you need.
I like what look at the comment on the screen. Angie, she said, get you a pretty pink gun and be strapped, princess. Yes. Okay. Let somebody think you soft, right? And then they'll find out the hard way that not only are you divested, but you got a good aim too.
Thanks, ladies. You guys are awesome. Have a good night.
You too.
Good night. See, and that is why I don't mind doing what we do, because I know exactly what she's going through. And that's exactly the shit that I don't want for my nieces. I just don't want it, because I've seen what this community does as far as self-esteem and what they do to little Black dark-skinned girls in particular, but girls period. Yeah, I've seen what they do, and they pick you apart, and it's always something. If it's not color, it's hair texture. If it's not hair texture, it's features. It's always fucking something. Always.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm glad she's able to see. We were able to talk to her, and get her centered. I'll put it like that, because I don't want y'all out here, finding your femininity and then somebody else find your femininity too. You have to have that fine line, code switch, right? Be prepared, put your savings and make that shit have a fat ass. Y'all have to do all of that shit, because like I said, you come from a community that did not prepare anything for y'all at all. They didn't prepare not a goddamn thing. Excuse me, is your name Weavehead because you're dusty?
Nobody wants you, ugly weep.
Oh my
the
God.
fuck out of here, bitch. Nobody wants you, motherfuckers. That's the problem.
Who that is. Serenity and Divest, your device is not connected. Hashtag all, are you dusty? Okay, hashtag all fell the fuck off. Okay, here you go. Serenity and Divest. How are you, ma'am? Let me let VW up here. VW, welcome to the panel.
Good evening, ladies.
What's going on, boo?
Hey, I wasn't gonna even call in today, but what? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't gonna even dial in today, but when I heard Angie speak, that just hit me to my core, because as y'all know, I'm 53 years old, and I wish that I had the internet to confirm what I was going through. It wasn't just because of me.
Yeah. She sounded like she was pretty young. So, she's just now finding certain things. While you're in the middle of your journey, you got to stay strapped though. And what I mean by that is, don't get so far to the pink side, right, that you don't know how to defend yourself. Y'all see how many pictures we put up here? Those are a lot of feminine, well-rested women that are now resting in peace.
But yeah. And the thing is, what I wanted to say, what kept me stuck for a long time. Well, first of all, I want to say this. I've been through therapy, but I might be wrong, but based on my experience, I would never have another Black woman as a therapist.
Facts. They all are mammies, all of them. That's why I'm glad some of the people in the chat, they're going through school to become therapists, because we need some divested therapists out here.
Man, listen, until then, don't I like I said, and I've heard other Black women say this too, do not do Black women or Black people period therapists, because no. But the thing is, for me, what kept me stuck was I already knew about the males because how my grandmother and the bitch that adopted me treated me, and women and my family in general, how they were just mammies. But like I said, I thought maybe it was just me because I was adopted, right? How they just favored the boys. So I was always, and then when I never forget when I was 17, and I was just like, this guy tried to talk to me, and I was just so disgusted by him. And then somebody asked me, why you don't like him? I said, because black boys never liked me, because they always harassed and threatened me. And they was like, oh, not all 36 years ago. All right. But the thing is, I think for me, divestment means that you have to divest from these black women.
You have to. And the other part that you said with the black dudes not liking you, I didn't have that particular problem, to be honest with you. They were always in front of my fucking face, but they never, ever, ever did it for me. It was the way they talked. It was how aggressive they were. They was already talking about sex the first time they ever meet you. They don't have any tact. They don't have any money. They mama is trying to be the other woman and all that kind of I could never do it.
But see, when I said that black males don't like me, that's why I said black males don't like me, because just all what you said. So yeah, they was in my face, but it was the disrespect that I couldn't go for. And right, so all what you said, that's why I would say to them, black men, because how you gonna like somebody being that disrespectful towards you? So that's why I said black males, and then when you get because they were so disrespectful towards me. But no, not all. Give a brother a chance. And you know who's behind
Fuck
all
a
this?
brother.
Black women.
Yes.
That's what kept me stuck. And when I moved to Atlanta and stayed there for a couple of years, that really opened my eyes. I said, you know what? It's black women behind all this. Every black female friend that I had, we fell out over a piece of eggplant. It was always over an eggplant. Always.
They dick dizzy. Black women are dick dizzy as hell.
Ooh, that's the problem. And when I was listening to Angie, I knew what she was saying about the males, but it's the females who support these males. I'm really trying to wonder, like, how can black women even be friends at this point? Unless you worshiping black men. And that's why I had to cut out all of them off, because no, I work around males all day. I'm just married to one. I have a son. I know how they are. And it's like when I speak on this, it's like I'm a white supremacist for telling the truth.
I'm telling you, they are their co-conspirators. That's why those mammy bitches have to go. Do not. I don't even, outside of work, I don't even fuck with them, because that's the thing. You're never going to be able to have any type of meaningful relationship with a mammy if you are not worshiping the black man. It's just not going to happen.
Right. These mammy ass bitches just on YouTube alone, they got so much to say now about, oh, divestment sounds so anti-black. And so fucking what? Guess what? Being black, it comes with a lot of taxes. Do you understand me? It comes with a lot of bullshit. It comes with a lot of bullshit from the black women and the black men. And like I said, if you think divestment is anti-black, just stay your ass away from divestors. That's fine. Because we said it before, nobody's recruiting. You don't have to divest, but what you do have to do is preserve your life. If you want to, you need to get away from these goddamn dangerous ass black folk. But that's your life to live. May your spirit float to the heavens or whatever the fuck, but you playing with yourself.
Anybody who tells the truth about anything is anti-black. That's what gets on my fucking nerve. They just abuse words. And it's like, okay, so anybody who tells the truth now, because a lot of us have our own truths to tell. These are our stories. This is shit that we've been through personally, or we know people that's currently going through it. And who the fuck do they think they are to tell us that we don't have the right to put this shit out there? Because as we can see, it's a lot of black women that are hurting. It's a lot of black women who have been through PTSD. So, I mean, it's just a lot of women who are suffering. We're in counseling, and I just don't understand why the fuck they are so opposed to us getting together and talking it out. Because the fact that we have kept this shit in for so long and just kept so many secrets, because we were taught that what happens in this house stays in this house, and I don't need everybody in my business. So we just kept all these little dirty, nasty little secrets. And this is how we got in this mess.
Yeah.
This is how we got here, by not talking about shit, trying to hide shit constantly.
Yeah, this constant sweeping under the rug shit. It's like it literally sent me to a nervous breakdown several times, because it's just like, this is all you see. So you think this is what's considered normal, but then at the same time, they want to keep throwing about the white man and racism and all this and that. And this is why I guess, I don't know, it's a mission to try to get Black women to stop focusing on racism, because it's like, if you keep focusing on racism, you basically still Black male identified. You are protecting your abuser by calling out people that's one. If white people so bad, then stop using their services, stop working their jobs. You cannot go to the Black male for nothing. But these white people, they so evil. They keep and another thing, it's just like, how it's okay for the Black male to date out, but the Black woman, she got to stay behind. It's like be left behind in trash. It took me all this time to realize the lies and the hypocrisy that is far worse than any racism that I had. And Black women was to ever admit this, any racism that they experience from a non-Black person. In fact, Black people are the most racist people on the planet. And that's all I get.
Some of the first ass whoopings I got was from a group of little Black boys. It was 3 of them. I'll never forget the first time I got the shit slapped out of me. It was by 3 of them, a little Black boy. One of them slapped me and the other one pushed me down. Them was some of the first ass whoopings I got from little Black boys.
A white person or a non-Black person has never put hands on me. But ask me how many Black people put hands on me. Or I was raped by a Black man. I'm sorry. R-word. I'm sorry.
You and I both. The first time I ever seen anything sexual, I was 7 years old. That was done by a Black man. The first time I ever seen any of my actual blood, that was done by a 9-year-old Black boy when I was in the 4th grade. Everything stupid and nasty and violent and bullshit based that's ever happened to me has been done by Black folk.
Period. And I need Black women to start telling the truth and stop protecting these people. That's a fucking problem. Not white people, Black people, and Black women in particular keep protecting these motherfuckers. I'm sorry, y'all, but I just had to get that out. And thank you for letting me get that out. Y'all have a good evening.
Don't cry. I don't need everybody to cry. Y'all supposed to be happy.
We got to get this out. And that's another thing. I'm tired of being told how not to feel. This is how I feel.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's the problem with Black people. They always trying to monitor how you should feel.
I just don't want you to be sad, honey, but go ahead if you need to get it.
You know what? I'm still trying to look for another therapist. Like I've been through 4 or 5, because it's just like you're not supposed to say that it's been Black people that's been causing the misery that I have lived all my life. I can't even watch Color Purple no more because it is so fucking triggering.
I've been start watching that. I can't do it anymore.
You know,
I
you
can't
hear
do
motherfuckers, they think that shit is funny, that Tina Turner movie is fucking, it's just insane. When I went through the apprenticeship, I promise you I'm gonna let y'all go. When I went through my electrical apprenticeship, you guess who was the ones that was sabotaging my work, holding me back? It was those people, those Black folks. Who was my encouragement though? Those racist white males.
Mm-hmm.
I need Black women to stop focusing on racism and focus on their real oppressors.
Yeah, I get it. Trust me, I get it. I agree.
This is why I stopped fucking with the Black community, because it's Black women keeping it. Like women are keepers of the culture, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And trust me, I get it. I've been said they are the gatekeepers to a lot of this bullshit. They are their co-conspirators. They are their partners in crime. And but they are one and the same. They are truly for their Black sons and husbands and brothers.
This shit out, man. Because we got enough motherfuckers in the community trying to they keep trying to keep sweeping this. No, time is up. Time is fucking up. We need to tell our fucking stories and get this shit out. So this shit can stop.
I can't stand when people jump on panels with these niggas actually trying to have a meaningful conversation. Really, you still coming to the table talking about we need to talk this out? Is that what's happening for real? You are done. You are lost in the sauce. Ain't nobody that came before you was able to come to the table and get no shit worked out. What the fuck makes you think that you getting ready to work something out with a nigga that got a goddamn default pick sounding like a sissy on the other end? What do you think is going to happen? Just admit to yourself that you're not done with black folk and just stay over there. I mean that shit, because there's the time for negotiations is over. They already set out what they want. They want you to kiss their ass. They're not going to protect you. You are going to be the provider. You're going to be the breeder, right? And you need to do that shit with a smile on your face. If you do it with an attitude, oh, well, that makes you an angry black woman. By the way, you need to go ahead and suck on my penis, right? But I know I can put it wherever the fuck I want to. You shouldn't be questioning me, because guess what? You're supposed to be submissive, right? I can get this shit from somewhere else. It's a whole litany of bullshit that comes along with being over there. And if you continue to talk to them, look, more power to you. I don't have shit productive to say to somebody from Blackistan. Either you're going to admit that the stats are true, or you're going to get the fuck on. And even if you admit that the stats are true, you still going to get the fuck on if you a goddamn naker. That's just how it goes. I have nothing for black men, nothing.
Because you got it's the black women that's been on here trying to debunk the 5.5 hour stat. It's them trying to debunk that. That's why I said I know exactly what you're saying. I've been said these hoes are their co-conspirators. And when I said I was sick of them bitches, I meant every fucking word. I've been saying that, and I still stand on that. I'm tired of these bitches. They're the ones trying to debunk that shit, not them. They're the ones that try to attack people on their behalf. They're the ones who flag these channels. They're the ones who try to find out who you are and dox people and put out all your personal shit and embarrass you on behalf of these niggas because they don't like what you saying about them or talking about them. It's the black women doing that shit. That's the reason why I go the fuck in and I don't give a fuck. So they can say all they do is talk about black women. I will talk about a mammy bitch in a minute. Yes, I will, and I do not give a fuck. Because I have seen exactly what the fuck you bitches do in this space and in the real world. I have seen it. And these women are these motherfuckers co-conspirators. They will set your ass up. Yes. They are full of shit. That's why I say when you find a mammy bitch, get far the fuck away from her, because she ain't gonna mean you no good. I promise you.
That's a fact.
Real talk.
That's a fact. Gia Holmes, are you dusty?
No, I'm not dusty.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh, you just came up. Well, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what's happening.
I was just calling up to just co-sign what you guys are saying. Because
you got to speak up just a little bit. Speak up just a tad.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just a little low.
Sorry about that. I have on my headphones, but I just wanted to co-sign what you guys were saying. These I know very personally, because my father committed a crime that
child, all these black women fathers done committed a crime. They just don't know about the shit. Because they niggas. They niggas. Niggas commit crimes. While we up here, some niggas committing a crime as we speak. I can promise you that shit.
I know, but I just want, because I know Blackistan, they don't believe the statistics. So I'll be anecdotal. And I'll tell you that even today, 30 years after the fact, my father is not sorry for the crimes that he's committed.
That's
even
what's
as
up,
he's
girl.
Sitting in the jail and he's rotting. Yeah. And even today, my grandmother and my aunts, if you ask them about him, they'll say, oh, he made a mistake. He was a smart, nice boy.
Oh, well, she's doing what they do, what mammies do. Black men can't do anything wrong. I think a black man can sit in front of you and cannibalize a baby in front of some of these mammies. And they're going to say, well, y'all didn't ask him whether he was hungry or not. Y'all got to get both sides of the story. That baby was sick. How you know that baby didn't want to get ate? Y'all so judgmental and anti-black. They can watch a black man cannibalize a baby. And there's a mammy that will take up for that shit. Dead serious.
Don't even get me started on these treasonous ass bitches that then joined the goddamn manosphere. If they ain't traitors to their goddamn gender, I don't know what is. That's the reason why I don't have no respect for them hoes either. I really don't. So trust me, VW, I understand the frustration where black women are concerned. That's why I don't bite my goddamn tongue about them bitches either. I don't give a fuck. When I told DZ I was tired and I'm on here to smash these bitches, I meant every goddamn word.
Yeah, your sermon Friday was fire. I was like, she spoke for me.
Thank you.
She spoke for me. Yeah, yeah. So that's why I guess I'm still, when I get sensitive when it comes to especially the millennial black girls and women, cause I'm Gen X. We fuck these girls up royal. We fuck them up. We fucked them up royal. Ain't no amount of racism could have fucked black girls up than what black women have done to their daughters and nieces and granddaughters. I see it every day. I worked in social services. It's insane. They want to deny the stats that I see all these black kids in the foster care system. And I had to hear these horror stories in addition to the shit so it's not just about me. It's the shit that I see going around me. But motherfuckers will still deny what they see and what I'm saying to cover, because it all boils down to covering for that sorry ass, unproductive, misogynist, evil ass black male. Period.
That's a fact. Listen, are you trolling booty flutes? Are you dusty? Sir, ma'am. Hello. All right, let me go ahead and bang you since you don't know how to work your microphone. All right, Diana Prince, welcome to the panel. How are you?
Hi, DZ. How are you doing?
Awesome. How are you, sis?
I'm fine. I just had 2 comments because it all smashes together with what you guys are saying. But the women need to listen to the medical stats that Aaliyah talks about, because I was talking to a doctor actually last week in San Francisco at UCSF. And she says the highest number of STDs and AIDS cases is coming out of Atlanta, Georgia.
That's a fact. They say it's
people
more
need to pay
AIDS
attention
there per capita than some places in Africa. Did you hear what I just said to you?
That's
crazy. The thing is, Atlanta is getting a bad rap, but a lot of that shit, that shit is being brought here, to be honest with you, from people from all over. These are not just Georgia natives. Georgia gets a bad rap, but a lot of these people are coming here from California and New Jersey and New York and everywhere else. And even outside of the country, there's a whole STD, HIV refugee clinic here. Well, a lot of these people are not even from this country that are bringing this shit in here. So, and I dare any motherfucking body to get on here and say that that's a lie. So yeah, Georgia getting a bad rep, and I hate that, because a lot of the people that are Georgia natives are having to suffer with all these people coming in here that are not even from here. They bringing that bullshit with them, though. That's not to say the Georgia natives are innocent, but at the same time, a lot of that shit that's being brought in here, these people not from here. They're not.
That is just horrible. A lot of it is selfishness too, and being irresponsible.
Yeah, but in a way, that's part of it. Georgia it has been branded as a party city because all these rappers, the whole hip hop culture, they and they still here. Ludacris, T.I., Young Jeezy, all of them. They hip hop culture usher a lot of this shit in here. All this partying and this debauchery and this depravity. They ushered a lot of this shit in here, and now anybody feel like they could just come here, air their asses out, and be just as gay as they want to be. That's what it is. So
and
now,
then try to convince women that if you don't want to be with a man who's been with a man, they try to convince heterosexual women that if you don't want to be a man, be with a man who's been with a man, that somehow you're homophobic. I'm like, that's not homophobic. Everybody has a right to be with who they want to be with.
Well,
but then you want to try to manipulate people into accepting that you like to
Anybody
with
that
men.
makes a choice and they not LBGT, if you make a choice and you have a preference yourself, you're automatically phobic. Okay. You can't say, well, I don't want to do this with this person and this person, that person, because that's going to make you a phobe. But they can choose, right? Happy Pride Month. They can choose who they prefer. Everybody can choose who they prefer except for Black women. Black
And
women,
that's
you
the
can't.
problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Fact. They're trying to normalize a lot of this shit, really. And what it is we gotta let these people know we ain't going. That's the reason why I stopped going along with a lot of this shit too. It's like, no, I'm not going along with everything. It's certain shit I just do not fucking co-sign, because Black women have a problem with that. They have a big problem with co-signing every fucking thing, calling themselves trying to be all inclusive and all this other type of shit. And it's like, y'all need to stop pretending like y'all are accepting every goddamn thing, and then y'all wonder why nobody has a clear definition for what a woman is anymore. You can thank black women for that bullshit too. We keep ushering in any goddamn thing and going along with any goddamn thing and championing for every community besides our own. When I mean our own, I'm talking about gender first. And now they don't even have a clear definition of what the fuck a woman's supposed to be. Where they do that at?
Child.
And it's always one of us that's behind that shit. And some of these mammy ass politicians and these people we keep goddamn voting for, they bringing in all this bullshit. The way you got 100 goddamn genders and 100 goddamn orientations and all this goddamn shit. Look, once that shit has gotten out of hand. I don't go along with none of that shit.
I don't even speak on it no more. It's just like, yo, do what you do. I just don't want anything that's not a Black woman in my circle. Period. I don't know what your definitions are. None of that shit. I'm not interested, because you're not interested in my definitions. You just want to come over and overpower everybody else and sit your shit on top of everybody else. Go do you. I'm not interested in learning no more new terms, no more new letters, no more. I'm not interested. Take your shit over there with your confused ass and do what you do. Okay?
I'm telling you, they went too far with it. They went too fucking far, and they just don't know. People don't give a fuck about being called homophobic or transphobic no more. Fuck that.
Just
no,
like
we
people don't mind being called racist no more either, because Black people overdid that shit. Okay? They be like, okay, I'm racist. Now what? Now what you gonna do? You played that card one too many times. These crybaby ass people, they finna get their issue, because times is tough right now. Y'all see the economy. Y'all see these hungry people. Y'all see how many motherfuckers is having to call the police because they done got ran out of gas on the side of the road. Y'all see that shit? Gas is that expensive where motherfuckers is driving on fumes trying to get where they going. So sympathy is not gonna be something that a hungry, broke group of people, I don't give a fuck what color they are, they not fixing to listen to your names and your isms and your isses and all that shit here. Call them racist if you want to. They don't give a fuck, especially if they on hard times. Fuck, who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Okay?
people are getting tired of feeling like they being pushed into a corner. I got to restructure the whole entire goddamn English language. I got to say everything the way you want me to say it. If I don't, you gonna goddamn take my career, take every goddamn thing I done worked for, and just goddamn, it's full of shit. People are getting tired of feeling bullied for being heterosexual and liking other heterosexual people. Fuck that. You ain't finna push this bullshit off on me.
Okay.
I promise you, they act like they got a goddamn problem, man. And I got tired. I promise you. I got tired of that bullshit.
They're a non-factor to me. I don't even look at nothing they have going on. Oh, this happened over here with such and such. All right, that's cool. Scroll right past the shit, because nothing you say is going to be acceptable. Everything you do is fucked up. It sound familiar?
And they keep changing the language. And like I said, it wouldn't piss me off so bad if they didn't have Black women spearheading a lot of this shit. And they have a aversion to any Black woman who try to gatekeep any fucking thing that is for Black women or women in general. They have an aversion to that. And it's like, girl, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Facts. I had fell out with one of my friends, and some of these Black lesbians are the fucking worst. Bitch, I'm not
I remember
sissing.
you saying that before. We had
Yeah.
talked about that
Yeah,
because they
bitch.
male identified, believe it or not.
Yeah, bitch, I'm not sissing shit. I've been a fucking woman for the last 53 and a half years, and I'm supposed to say sis to accommodate a motherfucker that hate my guts? Fuck you and that motherfucker.
Let me see what's good.
I mean,
Let me
they
see what's
want
going
every
on in the
goddamn
back.
Ancestors
thing.
came on, you raggedy motherfuckers, you. Fuck them. That shit
Exactly.
pissed me the fuck off. It's like black women act like they hate being women. Who these bitches get on my last fucking
Yes,
nerve?
they do. I mean,
They can go
goddamn,
be. They
they
can go have
follow.
surgery then.
Yes,
You
it's
Let
fuck
me
them
check.
motherfuckers. If that's your cup of tea, then that's cool. But I'm not with that bullshit. Fuck
Quit
you
trying
yes.
to
and you
change
raggedy
everybody. Try to
motherfuckers.
change everybody.
And
Cause
it's
you
black
They
ain't
women
want them
behind
all
all
in
this
the goddamn
bullshit.
locker room and shit. They want them in the locker room with you. They
Yeah.
want them
Aaliyah,
in the
like you said,
bathroom with you. I mean,
playing the
Aaliyah, like
same
you
goddamn,
said,
sports.
Aaliyah, like you said, these bitches, it's black women behind all this bullshit that you see going on now, this transgender shit, all this
Y'all better
jail
y'all
reform.
better get
It's
some of
black.
that passion off of there with that, because you know they control more than we do, because we don't know how to gatekeep our shit. So they can call you all kind of black bitches, but if you say the T word, it's a problem. And guess what? Black women co-sign that shit too, because they don't give a fuck about
exactly.
each other. As long as they can get some black dick or be around a black man that who happens to be gay, but he has a black dick, so he takes precedence over you too. And don't get me started on who's worshiping white women. Black men ain't doing that shit by themselves. But hey, hey,
I
let
mean,
me see
shit.
what's
Hey,
going on in the back room.
Well,
hey.
Hashtag all, are you dusty? Okay, hashtag all. We tried, boo. We tried. Maybe next time. All
They
right.
want them in everything. Then they competing all in the sports and shit, taking scholarships. And it's like, see, this what I'm talking about. It's like, God damn, is there anything? And it's almost you scared to say anything. You scared to say, no, this just for biological women that were born women at birth. I mean, God
Because
damn.
you can't even say that, because guess what? We end up getting in trouble because there's no community. There's nobody to say, hey, they can have their own space. We have turned into basically the dumping ground for anybody that's odd. Black women will take anybody that's odd. So you got this 6'8" tall ass, muscular, big buff ass nigga, and he said he's a woman, and you said I'm bad. Why again? Because I'm not recognizing these biceps and
And
6
then
foot.
you got these bitches on
Child.
here talking about they are not a threat to my womanhood. And it's like, bitch, shut the fuck up. They are not a threat to me. And it's like, girl, who said fuck the shit you talking about, okay, bitch? It's you are the reason why there is no longer a clear definition for what a woman is. Well,
Luke.
having a period and having babies does not make you a woman. Bitch, in what world? It absolutely does. I'm not talking about the women who have health issues, who it's a difference in not being able to do something versus not being born with the equipment to ever be able to do the shit. Now they try to pretend like it's like you saying a whole bunch of bullshit, man. You gonna compare yourself with a woman who got a medical condition versus this motherfucker never was a woman to begin with, and you gonna compare the two?
that
What the
part.
fuck?
That part. Don't
Look,
have a period. Don't have
everybody deserves their
fibroids.
rights. They deserve their rights, but they don't have the right to come and do our spaces any kind of way. I don't think anybody should be hurting them and none of that shit. But guess what? You still can't sit with me, bitch. That's what I
I'm
said.
telling you, I've been took the gloves off with that shit. I told everybody I know a long time ago, I ain't co-signing no more of that shit. Don't bring me no more. I don't want to hear it. I'm not playing this fucking game. I'm not participating in the delusion anymore. I'm done with that shit.
Y'all, check this out real quick. Okay, I want y'all to see something. As soon as I get the shit queued up.
Police have released new video of the two men they say sucker punched a man in Brooklyn, which then led to his death 5 days later. It shows the men walking on Lexington Avenue. This is in the Bed-Stuyvesant.
Last time I was here, I showed y'all what these niggas will do, even if you haven't provoked them. Keep your head up. Don't put your head down. Y'all, they're attacking everybody. This guy here, he was Hispanic, wasn't fucking with nobody. Because they're not being punished, and now you found out that they're being paid to beat your ass. Ladies, you got to be careful out here. Don't walk with yourself looking at your cell phone while you're walking at the same time. Pick your head up. If you need to use your phone, sit on a bench or something, do your phone call, your text, and then get back up. They're coming at oblivious people that are just going about their business, right? And I know a lot of us do that. We have good days and we out, the sun is feeling good. We just had something to eat, had a good time with our friend or whatever. And you kind of just text and had a great time. Well, that shit can have you fucked up in the game. This man died after this punch. You don't know if you have any underlying health conditions, right? If you get hit the right way and you have an undiagnosed health condition, you could be headed 6 feet under. Okay. They still don't know where these jackasses are, which means, hey, they can be wherever you are because nobody knows where they are. When you hit somebody that hard, again, that's rage, ladies. It's rage. Again, it's going to get a whole lot worse. What I want y'all to do is make sure, and I say this every time I'm up here, get your goddamn strap. Get your strap and don't be scared to use it on anybody, because the thing is, you rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. I promise you, mammies, I will take your son and I will send him back to his maker. I will send you back to your motherfucking maker if I have to. I'm tired of mammy ass bitches. I'm tired of the excuses. I'm tired of people still having negotiation sessions with these motherfuckers. It's over. It's over. Accept that it's over. There's no black love. There's no, oh, let's come to the table and talk. There's no compromising. When a compromise happens, the person on both sides, they have to have something to offer. They don't have anything to offer you. What do they have to offer you? You got everything to offer. You're the most educated, right? You are the one that's out here winning. He's just saying, hey, I just want somebody to be nice and submit. That's not going to help you. Anybody feeding another person, if you didn't know, the order goes as such. When you are the breadwinner, he should be submitting to you. That part. Okay? It's dangerous. It's not worth it. Get your shit and get the fuck on. Lately, we've been tough as nails on mammies because they're usually behind a lot of the shit that a lot of these people are suffering, including you. We've had ladies up here crying tonight. We've had people that had issues in their childhood, including myself. It's time to let it go. Let the black community go. If it fails, oh fucking well. It's not your goddamn problem. You are your problem. There's no line of defense for you. Then you have to be your own line of defense or carve out a little clique, right? Your own personal clique that's going to be your protection machine. But you're not going to get it from the black community. I can promise you that shit. What you're going to get is a lot of begging, heartache, sexual assault, DV, STDs. Do I need to keep going? Do y'all, ladies, and be careful out here. I promise you it'll be worth it later on. See you ladies in the Discord. I appreciate y'all. I am out of here. Bye.
Good night, ladies.
Good night.